So with the High Priestess being the overall, this is about, the things that the both of you are keeping to yourselves, but yet the both of you are wanting to know how the other person feels. It's interesting. It's like the both of you are watching each other. But this could also be about the things that are coming out, right? Hidden information that's being revealed. But typically, this is going to show the secret things, secret emotions, secret feelings. Now, for some of you, this may be a secretive relationship, to be fair, because of the devil coming through on their side. I think that they look at you as an unhealthy attachment, especially if the both of you have to keep your feelings in your relationship a secret. Now, that's only going to be for some of you. For others of you, you're just both watching each other, wondering how the other person is feeling, but yet keeping your own emotions to yourself. The Wheel of Fortune on your side, this person's coming back around. Now, in terms of the past, this kind of looks like there was no second chance with your relationship with this person because of their negative attachment or something unhealthy, right? But they could literally be looking at you as the devil. Not that, you're a horrible person. It's just that they think that you are unhealthy for them. But the thing is despite that, they may be wanting to restart here with the Page of Pentacles and wanting to get things going. Now, with the Chariot on your side, this, I feel like for you is like, I don't know. I don't know that this is a situation that should be, picking up momentum or picking up speed, because I really feel that you're being pulled in two different directions. You want to move forward with this, but then there's another part of you that thinks that this isn't something you should do. Now, with that Page of Pentacles, the thing is they may have learned from the past, especially if negative things have created like a breakup between the two of you. This would show that, they've gained some new information here. And it's kind of reinforced with the Nine of Swords, because I feel like they regret a lot of things that may have happened. I don't think that they're expecting the worst, but I also think that they have fear and anxiety that you're just going to completely abandon the idea of wanting to rebuild with them, wanting to restart. You may actually be looking at them as the Chariot, like, are you really in control of yourself? Because they may be coming in like really quick and wanting to get things on track, but you're like, I don't know. Now, to be fair, it could be that they are having a lot of fear and anxiety because you're not moving on from something. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling here for Leo that the idea of this relationship, it feels like that you're not going to get the emotional fulfillment that you need. But like I said, I do think that, neither of you know. Neither of you know what the fuck is going on with the other person. There's fear and anxiety on their part, and then for you, it's like, should I walk away? Should I stay? That's what I feel like. Now, with the Fool being there, I don't know that you're willing to take a risk. And I say that because of the Hangman, right? If neither one of you know what's going on with the other, it would make sense that the both of you are in this place of like not acting, not knowing what's going on, right? Like trying to see the perspective of another person for sure, right? Like, and again, watching each other, wanting to know what's going on. What the hell? Now, having said that, let me go back to the Chariot for a minute, because Leo, a lot of you may have already moved on, but maybe emotionally you didn't. Especially if there is communication that's happening with this Page of Pentacles and you're learning something about this person and it creates an opportunity to rebuild, or if you know that this person wants to restart with you. But then again, I go back to the High Priestess and think you don't know what's going on with the other person. The Knight of Pentacles coming out on their side, even though there's the fear and the anxiety and possibly regret over things in the past, we're still talking about like slow progress here. Now, it could be, though, that they completely give up moving forward, and hopefully Leo is not the fool here, jumping headfirst into something where someone else is not willing to move forward. there may be some communication here. Now, this could be you, though, reaching out, or the other person, but I do see back and forth communication here with the Eight of Wands when it talks about, oh my God, let me slow down. Either way, there is going to be communication coming out between the two of you. Neither one of you are moving forward very quickly on this at all. But the communication is going to be about the commitment. How committed is this person? I think that they're really, really trying to show you this. But the thing is you don't want to be the fool, especially if they couldn't make a choice before. Okay. So with the Six of Pentacles, it's clearly not an equal situation here. You know, there is no equal give and take, because if they're not willing to make a choice, then how can they be open to receiving anything? Or giving anything for that matter. But we're talking about equal give and take. And the thing is they're not willing to make a difficult choice, or at least at one point they weren't. But with Judgment, you know, the huge wake up call, right? But with you, even though they may be wanting to have a second chance with you, I think that you are keeping yourself reserved with strength. I don't think that it's about you finding the strength to be the fool and jump head first if nothing is moving forward. I think that you're trying to hold yourself back from doing this, even though you may want to. But, you know, this is a big thing. This is a big thing where, you know, they're like reviewing everything here, but still wanting to make progress, albeit slow. But I also think that, you know, they were forced to kind of look at, you know, things that may have happened with the relationship, especially if you're dealing with somebody who couldn't make a choice, because they may regret that. They may regret that they allowed negative things to stop them from choosing you. But like I said, the communication coming out is going to be back and forth, and it may pull you into this place where it's very possible that you may be willing to take a risk. But they really want to show, I think, that there is a commitment to follow through. Even though things may be in a state of limbo right now, eventually there could be progress. But I think that for now, in future conditions here, it's just going to be this back and forth communication. You know, but it pulls you into this place of, I could take a risk on this. I could do this. But even if you do, you know, moving forward is going to be not like the Chariot at all. You know, it's almost like they pull back a little bit if you do. But I see this as, I've never seen the Eight of Wands as face-to-face communication. So it makes me wonder if you're just not going back and forth and trying to reveal the hidden, right? Because as far as that goes, this whole thing could be hidden here. And we're just like waiting to see the perspective of the other person. But it only starts when, you know, somebody opens up and says something. But once the communication starts, there is the commitment to seeing possibly where things could go. And let me just say that, Leo, this doesn't surprise me, and you're not the only one that seems to be going through this. It seems like everybody is having to deal with somebody from the past, where instead of being able to be single and free and being able to move forward, we're still having to clear up past issues. So the Five of Cups and the Queen of Swords, I feel like the Queen of Swords is going to be you in this case. You may still very much be focused on an ex and how they have treated you. Now, you know, we could flip the script on this and say that this is the person that you're dealing with and Leo is trying to apologize. Either way, someone is trying to apologize here with the Five of Cups for the way that they made another person feel and what they have done. You know, because clearly it's still very much a focus for this person, right? This Queen of Swords is like hyper focused on how this person has done her wrong. So then you move into the Four of Pentacles where things start to build here. And again, we're talking about the Fool needing to take a new path in your love life. And I think that for some of you, that may be, you know, hard for you to do if there's still like a passion for someone who has done you wrong, or if, you know, the passion is just building. It's hard to move on, but I think that some of you know that you need to take a new path in your love life. The problem is that you're still continuously having this encounter with the Knight of Cups. Now, for some of you, what I will say is that if you are choosing to take a new path, Because of passion that may be building with someone who is trying to apologize, it may be hard for you to be fully giving of yourself to any new encounters in your love life. Because this very well could be something new coming through to you, which is why you need to free yourself from this shit. Right? Like, because I look at that Queen of Wands and I think of somebody who is not fully giving of themselves, not fully exposing herself, right? And then the Two of Cups, but you're not fully giving to any new relationships, but there is a possibility that some of you are getting involved in a new one. But the thing is that this past connection with the Sun being there, this is one of those things where you look at this relationship as, you know, it's a good connection, right? If I can just get this person to get passion again, everything would be great. But no, somebody is moving on. And I think it's Leo. I think it's the Leo singles that are ready to take a new path here. The problem is that, you know, like I said, there's always going to be a part of you that is not accessible because of the connection that you had with a past person. Okay, so now for those of you who are continuously having these encounters here, though, with the ex that is trying to apologize, you look like you're trying to rebuild the relationship. But again, somebody is not fully involved. But I don't know. I kind of get the feeling that this is for the Leo singles that need to move on. You know, what I want to say to you is that as far as this past relationship, especially if you have doubts about this person and the way that they feel, and if you doubt on whether or not they're actually sincere, no matter what little bit of passion is building, the sun has already set on this relationship. That's what I want to say. It was great and it's time. But you need a new encounter. You need a new situation in your love life. And it feels like it is coming to you, but you need to break out of that pattern, right? All right. This doesn't look bad, Leo. It really doesn't, for those of you who are in a committed relationship. So with the Hermit, I think that you've been in a place for a while where you're really considering on whether or not this is the relationship that you wanted to be in. Okay. And with Death, that's because things may have changed in the relationship. The way things were has come to an end and the relationship is changing. That's really what Death is about. But things have changed in such a way where somebody is not emotionally available. And I think that even though this person makes you very happy, it's either you or the other person here who is lacking in emotional availability. There is something missing with this King of Swords. And that could be whether you're dealing with male, female, it doesn't matter to me. But if the relationship is worth waiting for, looking at the Four of Wands and the Hierophant, I think that either you or the other person becomes more committed to having more fun in the relationship, being more lighthearted, not being so fucking serious all the time. So there's kind of two ways to look at this, but I'd rather not go down that path because that's not going to be for everybody, and I'll get there here in a second. The Six of Wands. The reason why I say that I feel like this is Leo is I feel like you're continuously like trying to put yourself in front of your partner and you're wanting them to fulfill your needs. I don't think that you're playing any games here. But if you're constantly putting yourself out there and you're questioning on whether or not this is the relationship for you, you know, it would make sense that it's because the other person is just not giving you what you need, but it's not a Six of Pentacles type of thing. It's more of you keep trying. You keep trying to get the attention of your partner. Now, with Justice, right, and I look at the Nine of Cups and I think that, you know, otherwise, this person makes you very happy. There's obviously a fulfilling connection between the two of you, but something needs to be corrected with Justice, right? We need fairness, we need balance, but I feel like it's not Leo, it's your partner, and your partner may be trying to fix things with you, possibly. Now, in terms of the High Priestess, we're talking about secrets, things that you're keeping to yourself. And, you know, unfortunately, right, Leo, honestly, this could be you keeping, you know, your extracurricular activities to yourself, okay? And that's just me being honest. but you're still very committed to your relationship. Now, for some of you, it could be that, you are just keeping some things to yourself in the way that you feel because things are okay. Like, things are starting to get lighthearted, like I said. But worth waiting for, right? What you're wanting is worth waiting for in terms of your relationship. So it still doesn't look bad to me. But the thing is you can't keep your feelings to yourself anymore, though, too, with the High Priestess. Your partner needs to know. Especially if they've been neglecting you on an emotional level, because this is such a beautiful card. I mean, these are two people that really love each other, and there's a good connection and happiness, right? But the relationship has changed so much so that somebody needs to fix where there is, a lack of emotional fulfillment, and you need to be more open with the way that you feel. But like I said, for some of you, possibly,